Facebook friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this Good Friday evening. It is September the 26th, 2025, and it is currently 6:55 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. Now, to be honest, I kind of don't feel good today. It feels like I'm coming down with like a little cold or maybe like a sinus infection or something like that. But I could kind of feel it coming yesterday. I don't know, my daughter was a little bit sick and then my son got sick. So maybe they got me a little bit sick or whatever. So I got up and I made me some tea. When I cooked everybody's breakfast, I got up, I made me some tea and some coffee and stuff to like soothe my throat a little bit. Even though it doesn't hurt, it's just like a little bit scratchy per se. Like my ears are scratchy. That's why I said maybe it's like a sinus infection or something like that. But anyway, the big kids are gone. Al came to pick up my big 3 teenagers this morning. Mally and Mari are here with me. And Mari was kind of upset with me earlier because I said that he couldn't go to Al's house. But I said that he couldn't go to Al's house for many of reasons or whatever. And I made him stay here with me today. But usually I'll get up, I'll start watching YouTube and stuff, but for whatever reason, I didn't. I got up and I had started watching Netflix, and I watched a few episodes of Stranger Things, and then I told Mari to turn on the movie. And being that the batteries are about to die on our remote, and the TV that's in the front is not like a smart TV, so it doesn't use like a Roku app or anything like that. You have to actually use the remote, even though it's a flat screen and everything. So I was trying to turn on the movie after Stranger Things had went off because Mari was about to go to the back and use my laptop, but he and I started watching Stranger Things together, so he didn't want to miss any of the episodes. So I told him, I'm like, oh, it's okay, Mari, I'll just watch a movie till you get ready to finish it. Well, the batteries wouldn't work on the remote, so I put the remote in the freezer to charge up the battery some. And when I got the remote out the freezer and the batteries was charged up a little bit, I was able to use the remote. And the remote stopped on like documentaries on Netflix. So something just told me to go to the one that says Gabby Petito or something like that. It was a documentary on Netflix about a young lady who was 22 years old. She came up missing while she was on a hiking trip with her boyfriend back in 2021. Now, if you know me, you know by now I don't watch TV for real. I'm just starting to watch Netflix and watch movies and shit. I don't watch TV, and I damn sure don't watch the news. When I do watch TV, it's never the news. The most information that I get about the news, it usually pops up on my Facebook timeline or my YouTube timeline where I have subscribed to like Fox 2 News or something like that. So I didn't see this story as it was worldwide on TikTok and the news and everything about Gabby Petito or whatever her name was. No disrespect to her family, because rest in peace. I just got done watching it just now. But her story kind of touched me a little bit. And not everything is relevant to me, but a lot of stuff is. And that's why I never criticize people. I don't judge people or nothing until I compare what they're going through to something that I've been through. And if I can't relate or can't understand, I don't have no comments because I don't like to judge people or whatever. But I'm listening to her story and watching the documentary. And this is the bullshit that I be talking about when it comes to like police and detectives and things like that. Because as I was watching her documentary, and, one of the incidents had came about where somebody had called into the police and they said that they had witnessed her being, in a van with the man, and the man was beating on her. They give a description of the van that she was in and the people or whatever, and the police actually end up pulling this van over or whatnot. And they, they addressed the situation like, hey, we got a phone call that you and your girlfriend were basically having a domestic violence altercation. And we want to know what is going on. This guy, Brian, was such a narcissist and manipulator to his girlfriend that he damn near convinced her to convince the police that she was getting beat on because of her own actions, and then blaming it on OCD and anxiety. And the police listening to this, witnessing her have bruises on her face as well as her arms and everything like that. You got a phone call stating that a man was beating on a woman in the car. So you see the bruises, you receive the phone call, you're now on the scene, and you can see that something is not right. But instead of them protecting her, they put Brian, the abusive man, into a domestic violence hotel, and they have her sleep in the van. They tell him to cool it off and then, come back together and they can work things out. But you just had a phone call that a witness stated she seen this man beating on this woman. The woman has bruises on her face and on her arms, and you decide as the police officer to protect the man and tell her to sleep outside in the van. That makes no sense to me. And this is what I be talking about police negligence. Because you didn't do your fucking job. You sat there and you seen that there was a problem. And you solved it by putting this man in a hotel. Okay? Now, being that she's 22 years old at the time, she's also considered to be an adult. So, she got to be missing for a minute before they even start to take anything serious, right? So her parents, her family and friends are now starting to call the police because it's been about a week, 10 days since they seen her. And she was on a hiking trip with her boyfriend out in, I think they said Wyoming or Montana or something like that. She lives in New York. He comes, I think, from Florida. She's a YouTube blogger. She's making videos about being a van life or RV girl, basically, per se. So her family is now starting to complain because they haven't seen or heard from her in going on 10 days, now 2 weeks. And they finally get a hold of the report and decide to do something. They go to her boyfriend's house where he's sitting at home with his parents. He done lawyered up already, sitting at home with his parents, but he got her van, and her parents and her friends are looking for her. And they keep on telling the police that they don't got shit to say. Talk to their lawyer. This girl has been missing for going on 2 weeks. Her van is here in a whole nother state at her boyfriend's house. The van that they drove on a road trip is at her boyfriend's house in a whole nother state where he's sitting down comfortably, and she's been missing for going on 2 weeks. And they making it seem like they can't kick this motherfucker's door down and drag his ass out of that bitch because you need to be fucking interrogated, whether your lawyer is here or not. But you see, that's what happens when the police and the FBI ain't moving fast enough and ain't doing their fucking job. Granted, you do have to investigate. You can't blow a case or nothing like that. But sometimes you need to move fast. You don't got time to sit around and pussyfoot with a motherfucker who is obviously a suspect. Then his parents acting weird as fuck. Not even to mention that his mother wrote him a letter saying, burn after you read this. Saying basically like, whatever you get into, son, I'm your mother. I'll be there to help you. Even if you need me to help you bury a body, I'll bring the shovel. But you see, and that reminds me of these readings that I was doing back in 2021. Actually, when I said somebody was going to be found in the woods, the trails, the river, or the mountains, and that somebody was using a shovel, glove, rope, and tape. See, now my readings that I was doing when I was living in those apartments is now coming back to my memory as I just watched that video that also took place in 2021. When I was saying that it was going to be somebody found in the woods, the trail, the mountains. And she happens to be found at a camp site or whatever. Then he goes to say that he killed her to take her out of her misery. Meanwhile, the autopsy reports is saying that she died from strangulation. It took 2 weeks to find her. So then when he started realizing that he's really a suspect and the FBI is really looking for his ass, he randomly disappears from home, from his mama and daddy house where he's been hiding at all this time. He randomly disappears from there, and he also goes into a park where he allegedly blows his fucking head off after writing letters to his family stating that he wants to commit suicide. They find this stuff in a waterproof bag by a river with his body that has decomposed already. Mind you, Gabby been missing for 2 weeks. They find her body. His is decomposed, rotting all the way down to the motherfucking skeleton. It don't sound like he died by suicide to me. It sounds like he faked his own motherfucking death because his bitch ass lawyer, mama and daddy, had enough money to make some shit go the fuck away. That's what it sounds like to me. And then you was at your mama and daddy house where the FBI was surveillancing you and you managed to get the fuck away. You mean to tell me this ain't an inside job? And y'all played with that girl's life as well as her family's emotions. And that motherfucker still roaming the streets because he is not dead. That's a staged death. But you see, when the government want to cover shit up, that's what the fuck they do. When they want to save their own ass, when the FBI don't want to admit to being a fucking failure, and the police don't want to admit to fraudulently taking care of some shit, not doing their fucking job, taking shit as a fucking joke, this is what happens. Innocent lives are done for, ended, all because of police negligence. But you claim that you was trained and that you able to read the room and be a negotiator and shit. But when you was negotiating, you couldn't read the room and see that this girl was obviously a victim of domestic violence. And that's why I tell my story every day when I feel like it. I don't give a fuck if it sounds repetitive or not. Because you know what? I refuse to be somebody like that. And God rest her soul. Because the positive thing is they said that after she passed away, a lot of people reached out to her family and was saying like, well, because of Gabby's story, I left my domestic violence relationship. That's good. But it's sad that her life had to be an example. So you know why I tell my story every day while I'm still alive? So I can change lives while I'm still breathing. And you know what? She wanted to be like an RV life, a van life. People who travel the world and live on campsites, free spirits and shit. She made her very first video right before she passed away, and she posted it on YouTube. They said it had less than 500 views. But after she died, her one video that she posted on her channel now has over 7 million views, I believe. But you see, they gave her flowers after she fucking died. Because the police was too fucking stupid to do their fucking job. And then the FBI let a criminal slide through their fingers. But that's what money will do. And when you know people who work for the government and shit, they cover shit up and brush it up under the rug. What they also said in the documentary is that because she was a white girl, she got so much publicity. However, it was over 50, I think they said 45% missing people that was reporting to the FBI never made the news. And those 45% people were black people. So hell yes, I tell my story every fucking day. Any chance that I get. Even when I ain't feeling good, like right now. While I'm in my fucking pajamas and I just been laying down because I haven't been feeling good. My hair is a mess. It's just thrown back here in this nappy little ponytail because I just ain't feeling it today. I'm a little bit tired. However, I still managed to get on and make this video and tell my story. Because it is so many people that die because of cops. The same people that you're supposed to turn to when you need help. The same motherfuckers who cannot read the fucking room. But when a bitch like me come along who can read the room, they want to swear up and down that I'm crazy or mental. But it's bitches like me that save people's lives. For real, for real. You have to be able to read the room. You have to. You have to be able to pick up on people's shiesty ass fucking energy. Or sometimes it'll cost you your life or somebody else's. And again, it be the ones closest to you that'll do you bad. And it was bringing me back to what I was telling my son earlier. You do what the fuck I say. Because I'm going to be the one to protect you. And make sure that nothing happens to you. And it takes me, being your mother, to stand on business and stand 10 toes down and let a motherfucker know that they better not fucking play with you. Or I will end them. Intentionally. You can't play about your life. Because another motherfucker will take that bitch. With no hesitation. Especially when they got money on the floor to do so. But watching that documentary kind of pissed me off a little bit. But documentaries like that always do. Like Kanika Jenkins, Shanquella Robinson, and all that type of shit. And it's tons of people like that. Where people just was not paying attention. Not reading the room. You was just not seeing that your kids' friends was weird as fuck. Or that your kids acting a little bit different when they go here or there. Granted, they're saying that they are okay. That's the same thing I was saying about the girl who came off of Bad Girls Club. Or whatever that shit called. Baddies or whatever. And the girl who like, Jesus loves you. Whoa, Vicky. Over there in Africa and shit. Looking like she want to come home. But they got her saying, oh, I'm here off my free will. That girl looks scared in the face. This shit all over TikTok and YouTube and shit. And you motherfuckers confused. You can't read the fucking room. I ain't even in the room. I can read the facial expressions off my phone. But you also got to speak up for yourself. You can't be no bitch. And when shit get real, you can't be scared. Because a part of Gabby's death is her fault too. Because when your boyfriend was beating your ass and those police came, you didn't want him to go to jail. So you wanted to save his ass. Oh no, it's me and my anxiety. Fuck that. No, he put his hands on me. Yes, he did. Because then you gonna look like the girl that cried wolf. Or you gonna look like you be having anxiety attacks so that police can't trust you. And that's exactly what happened. When nothing was wrong with her. She wasn't having no fucking anxiety attack. She was getting abused. And she was too scared to say something. And it resulted in her dying. Which it couldn't have been me. Because just like she liked to vlog, I would have been live. Recording that motherfucker. Telling my family, no mom, I'm not okay, come get me. Sharing my location. Granted, if I didn't have no service or not, you would have knew my last known location. So come find me. But people be scared. And we teach kids to be scared. When you tell them shit like, what happens in this house stays in this house. Or don't say that, people gonna think you crazy. Don't act out because then people gonna think you irate. No, if you gotta act a fool, you better act a motherfucking fool until you get some help. If you gotta cause a scene and act a fool and look crazy, you better look fucking crazy until you get the fucking help that you need. You know how many people call me crazy, mental, said I had something wrong with me just because I was telling my story, my real life story, and what the fuck was happening to me, and people started calling me crazy. But I still kept telling it. Still keep telling it to this day. You know why? Because I don't want to end up like Gabby Petito, or however you say her name. I don't want to end up like a lot of other people who get got because they're afraid to speak. Or they're afraid to tell their side of the story because people might look at them like they're crazy. I'm also seeing the movie I Am Somebody's Child, the Regina Lewis story, how they kept trying to say she was mentally fucked up. Meanwhile, they was the ones forcing her to take all these medicines. Nothing was wrong with her mental state. The government, the nurses, the doctors, the foster care system, and everybody was abusing her. They tore her away from anybody who was trying to help her. Same thing, I'm seeing Stranger Things now. Because this shit happens in real life. People will force you to try to believe that you are crazy when they know for a fact that you're telling the fucking truth. Y'all better speak up. You cannot be scared to speak the fuck up. And that's one thing I did not like about my mama. I love my mama. But to witness her get her ass beat and be scared of a motherfucker and scared to tell her story is the reason that couldn't no motherfucker pay me to shut the fuck up right now. Because this shit be real life. And if you don't talk about it, it will kill you. Or it will get you killed. People will try to scare you. If you talk about that, they gonna kill you. Girl, you better not say that. You know the government will kill you. Oh, you know the Masons, the Eastern Stars, Illuminati, they'll kill you, they'll bully you. I don't give a motherfuck. You better tell your story. You know how they say, get rich or die trying? I'ma tell my motherfucking story. Or I'ma die trying. You cannot be no pussy. Somebody will take your fucking life the moment that they realize that you scared of them. It's just like a dog. You know how they say when you see a dog, don't show the dog fear, because if you show the dog fear, then he will run up and bite you. However, if you stand there and you let the dog know that I'm not afraid of you, it might bark, but it won't bite. It's the same thing with bullies, the government, the organizations and shit. They all bark, no bite, when you show them motherfuckers that you are not scared of them. But the moment you show weakness, they will kill you. So they teaching it to you all wrong. Don't let nobody scare you into silence. You better speak up and speak out. But that's the message that I got. I don't know. Maybe somebody else is going through something. I even tell my kids, don't be hiding secrets from nobody or nothing like that. You better speak up, speak out. I was just having a conversation about that the other day. You speak up, you speak out. I don't give a fuck what it is, even if you think you're going to get in trouble. But I'm about to get off of here. I'm about to lay down, maybe make me another cup of tea. I hope I didn't get my honey sick. But speak up. Speak out. Even if you look crazy. Even if you're scared. And if you're scared to talk about something, then you know damn well it's a problem. Because you shouldn't be scared to talk about shit. You got free will, freedom of speech. And if it happened to you, talk about it. Don't ever let nobody scare you into silence. Because that is really a mental issue. To know something is wrong and not speak about it. See, they diagnosed the wrong shit. A smart person gonna talk about some shit that's wrong. A mental person is gonna be scared into silence, driving themselves insane. Don't let them make you mental. Don't let them diagnose you with something that you're not, just because they want to save their ass. Speak up and speak out. Y'all have a good day. I'm about to go take my ass in there and lay down. Because I don't feel good. And excuse my fucking hair. Because I don't feel like doing it. Call me Sealy off the fucking color purple. Because it's nappier than nappy. You could tell by how my puffball is shriveled up like a little rabbit tail. But I'm going to sleep. Because I don't feel the greatest. But yeah. Baby, pull it to the front and the bitches almost looking pregnant. Oh, I can't have that up like that. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I ain't even doing my walk today because I'm not feeling it. Speak up and speak out. Don't ever let nobody threaten you. Because me, when I say I don't walk with fear, I really mean that. And motherfuckers be trying to threaten me into silence. Oh, I wish she just shut up. I wish she stopped talking about this. I wish. Fuck you. Don't let nobody kill you. Speak up and speak out. I love you guys. I will talk to y'all later. Ooh, baby.